If your salary went up, but you still feel broke, watch this whole minutes, because I am going to point out the one thing that is quietly eating all your money. I am Theo, Emily's husband, and Liam's dad. Oh man, my salary jumped from $55,000 to $72,000 a year, and I still ended the month in the negative. Fail number one. Then I switched cars because it was only $180 more per month. Fail number two. And just saying that out loud is honestly irritating. And trust me, it is not because you are bad with money. In a second, I will pull up my real numbers and show you how to lock down lifestyle inflation for good. Hit like and subscribe. Okay, let me tell you the exact situation at my house so you can see how much of a mirror this really is. 5 years ago, Emily and I lived in a one-bedroom apartment. The rent was cheap, and our stuff was just normal. I drove an old car that was already paid off, so every month I could actually breathe because there was no car payment. Back then, I was making about $55,000 a year, and after taxes, I brought home around $3,600 a month. It did not sound fancy, but I clearly remember thinking, if I can just get to $70,000, I will be fine. I will feel richer and worry less. Then Liam was born. I got a raise to $72,000, and what surprised me was, I was excited for like a few weeks. After that, a whole chain of totally reasonable decisions kicked in. Emily said, "We need more space for the baby." So we moved to a nicer place, and the rent went up by $450 a month. I told myself, okay, it is worth it. $180 more per month. And looking back, what is wild is that I never actually added up all those only a little more numbers. And it did not stop there. Because we were busy with a newborn, we started eating out more, a few meals a week, and that added about $200 to $300 a month. Then subscriptions, baby stuff, and a few little treat-myself purchases, because I was working so hard. Everything was small, but the total was scary. So the result was this. My income went up, and the feeling of being short on money went up too. Are you in this exact part right now? Hang on, because in the next sections, I am going to show you why this happens, using my real numbers. The way I see it, there are two layers here, and both are extremely common. The first layer is lifestyle inflation. Your income goes up, and your spending swells right along with it. It does not happen through one wild shopping spree. It happens through decisions that sound totally reasonable. A bigger place for Liam. A safer car for the family. Eating out because you are busy. A few services that make life less exhausting. What still blows my mind is that when I signed the car deal, I only looked at the number $180 more a month, but I did not look at the full picture over a whole year, and then over 3 years. I kept telling myself, I deserve this, and yes, you do deserve it. But deserve does not automatically mean fits the budget. The second layer is the psychology behind it, called hedonic adaptation. A lot of people also call it the hedonic treadmill. In plain English, your brain gets used to good things really fast. What feels exciting today becomes normal a few months later, and then you start wanting more. And what surprised me is that this is not just some fluffy feelings thing. There is a classic, foundational study by Brickman and his colleagues from 1978, published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, about how people adapt to major changes in life. It is considered solid, baseline academic work, even though plenty of later research has expanded on it. And honestly, it is irritating, because these two things combine into an automatic machine. You upgrade, your brain adjusts, it feels normal, and then you upgrade again. Meanwhile, your money gets locked into new fixed expenses, so you do not feel richer. You just feel more pressure. Next, I am going to talk about a very popular idea around the income number that is enough, and then I am going to challenge it myself, just to be fair. Okay, now we get to the line I hear all the time. Once you hit 100,000, you stop worrying. Or, the softer version, if you make more money, you automatically become happier. Please. I used to believe that exact thing too. And to be fair, there is research that makes a lot of people cling to this idea. Daniel Kahneman and Angus Deaton, in a 2010 study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, analyzed large-scale data and basically concluded this. Day-to-day emotional well-being rises with income up to around $75,000 a year, and after that, it increases much more slowly. This is academic research in a highly respected journal, so people treat it as very credible. And when you hear that, you think, okay, so the goal is $75,000 to $100,000, and then I am set. But I want to challenge that right away. A newer study by Matthew Killingsworth in 2021, also published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, found that happiness can keep increasing as income rises beyond that point. It is just that not everyone experiences it the same way, and the extra boost tends to shrink over time. Again, it is academic research, and it is widely considered high quality. So who is right? The way I understand it, both of them are right, in a way that annoys people. Making more money can help, but if lifestyle inflation is on autopilot, you will not feel the benefit. Bluntly, it is not always that you do not have enough money. A lot of the time, your money is leaking into new standards you quietly adopted. And now, I am going to open up a real example with real numbers, so you can see exactly where it leaks. I am not going to do the philosophy version anymore. I am going full household accountant, so it is crystal clear. Let us say you are 30 years old, making $60,000 a year. After taxes, depending on your state, and I am rounding to keep it simple, your take-home is about $3,900 a month. Your basic essential costs look like this. Rent plus utilities, $1,700 a month. Groceries and cooking at home, $450 a month. Gas, commuting, and insurance, $250 a month. Insurance, healthcare, and your phone, $300 a month. A few other fixed bills, $200 a month. That totals about $2,900. So you have roughly $1,000 left to save, pay down debt, have fun, or just breathe. Now you get a raise to $80,000 a year. Your take-home might jump to about $5,200 a month, and you think, okay, I am up $1,300 a month. Life is about to level up. And this is where lifestyle inflation walks in, quietly, with no drama. You move to a nicer place because I deserve it, plus $500 a month. You upgrade your car because it is safer, easier, and it is only a little more, plus $200 a month. You get busier, so you eat out more, plus $300 a month. You add subscriptions, work clothes, a gym membership, the little stuff that feels small but necessary, plus $250 a month. Then the random little expenses that show up every single month, plus $150 a month. Added up, 500 plus 200 plus 300 plus 250 plus 150 equals $1,400. So that extra $1,300 you thought you gained every month, gone. Actually, you are down another $100 on top of it. And that is the part that makes you mad. You work more, you carry more stress, your calendar is fuller. but your leftover money at the end of the month does not increase. It can even drop because you just created a whole new set of fixed expenses. I lived this exact story. Emily asked, "Why are we still tense?" And I had to admit the truth, because I was not making decisions with a plan. I was making decisions with the feeling of, I deserve it. Plus that magic phrase, it is only a little more per month. Now we get to the most important part. How you step out of that loop of raise your income, upgrade your life, still feel tense. I am not talking about living miserably. I am talking about a system you can start right away and still enjoy life with Emily and Liam. Step 1. The rule. The lifestyle anchor. I am begging you, the next time you get a raise or a bonus, do not let the money flow wherever your emotions want to send it. Set one simple rule, 30-70. That means 30% of the increase is allowed to go toward lifestyle upgrades, and 70% goes straight into investing, saving, or paying off debt. For example, if you get a $10,000 raise per year, you only let yourself spend $3,000 more, and you lock up the other $7,000. Emily and I started doing this after we got into an argument over diaper money for Liam. It sounds tiny, but it was a wake-up slap. Step 2. The psychology exercise, negative visualization. It sounds backwards, but the way I understand it, it is extremely effective for breaking hedonic adaptation. Once a week, just 10 minutes. You sit still and imagine losing your job, going back to your income from 5 years ago, having to sell the car, and moving back into a smaller apartment. Let yourself feel that worry for a moment. Then open your eyes and look at your actual life. What surprised me is that after doing it a few times, I stopped craving random upgrades. I started seeing what I already had as genuinely good. Not because I was lying to myself, but because I stopped treating it like it was guaranteed. Step 3. The action philosophy. Optimize for time, not stuff. This is the part I wish I had learned earlier. A lot of people sacrifice time to make more money, then use that money to buy little conveniences that save a bit of time, but they still stay stuck in the loop of working more and more. If you want a lasting feeling of being rich, it usually comes from feeling less time-starved, less worrying, less overtime, more hours with your family. There is academic research by Ashley Willens and her colleagues from 2017, published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, showing that spending money to buy time, like paying for services that reduce chores, is linked to higher life satisfaction. It is considered strong evidence because it is peer-reviewed research in a top journal. So the question I use before every upgrade is this buying me time, or is it just buying me a 2 or 3 month rush? If it is not buying time, I go right back to the 30-70 rule. And the weird part is, once the money is not leaking anymore, I feel lighter. Emily feels less stressed. And Liam? He basically just needs me to be home. That is enough. You are not broken. The human brain gets used to good things fast, and that is normal. It is just that ads and that it is only a little more line know exactly how to take advantage of it. Emily and I already paid the price, so I am telling you the truth so you can avoid it. If this helped, hit like and subscribe. And drop a comment. Which category is swelling the most for you right now? Housing, your car, eating out, or subscriptions?